People are very judgmental. I was on holiday recently in Marbella, Spain, and I was with my parents. And what I was further reassured about was how judgmental people are at every stage, every second, towards every person that they possibly see. Now, I've kind of lost my voice at the moment, but I think it sounds kind of sexy, so I'm going to carry on and make this video just in my kitchen here in London. People are extremely judgmental. You probably knew this, but I'm here to further reassure this statement and notion. You will be judged by everyone that you meet. Absolutely everyone that you come across will judge you. There'll be very, very few people who may not judge you. There'll be the spiritual types that will say that beauty is within and inside of you, so they shouldn't necessarily judge you on how you look from the outside. But that's very rare. Very, very, very rarely. Most humans are designed to judge you so that ultimately they can protect themselves. Perhaps you look dangerous. Perhaps they need to run away from you. Perhaps they need to keep away. Perhaps you're beautiful and they're looking for a mate. We are designed inherently to judge people. It's within our DNA to understand whether we want to spend more time with someone, whether we want to be close to someone. For women, certainly it's very biological. She wants tall and handsome and strong because that man is likely to produce better offspring that can survive in this difficult world. So you have to understand why people are judgmental. And don't try and be delusional about it. Don't say, yeah, but that's just what they're like. It doesn't really matter what you look like. No, it definitely matters what you look like. I get treated very differently depending on how I'm dressed, how I'm feeling, and how confident I'm feeling. I can walk into certain places and not need a reservation, not need a booking, and be treated with a certain level of respect because they think, who the fuck is this guy? They'll judge you upon everything, every little detail. And women are fantastic at this. Women are absolute experts at picking judgment and noticing tiny details, from the watch that you wear, from the way that your beard is groomed, from the shoes, from any dirt there might be on your clothes. Women are fantastic judgments of characters. So you ought to pay great attention to detail as to what you wear. What you wear, you might not be able to necessarily change how you look unless you're going to go to Turkey and do some crazy surgeries, which I don't personally recommend. I believe most men can Looksmax to a certain degree. So, for example, I know that I look better with a tan. I come from a Mediterranean background, I have Italian in me, and therefore my skin color, I'm kind of meant to be this color. I'm meant to be tanned. I've just come back from Spain, as you can see. I've got this kind of goldeny color. It looks much better than that white color that you see behind me there. I don't look that great when I'm pale. I literally think that I'm a 6 out of 10 when I'm pale. But then I think I'm an 8 out of 10 when I'm tanned and I'm fixed up at my best. So I literally believe that I can climb 2 notches when I am Looksmaxed. And there's a lot of stuff on the internet about Looksmaxing. And it makes sense. I've been naturally Looksmaxing since I was 16 years old. I would never leave the house when I was going to school and not do my hair. I haven't really done my hair this morning. I just wanted to turn the video on and just get speaking. So I would always fix my hair, make sure I looked good, dressed well, because I knew people would judge me. You will notice your life change massively if you start looking after yourself. Going to the gym is massively important. Looking good, having the right body frame is key. Grooming your beard, please don't let your beard get out of control. If you're going to choose to have facial hair, make sure your facial hair is clean and cut nicely and you haven't got like a bunch of hair down here and it's just like abnormally grown. Make sure it's clear and it fits your face well. Pick a nice hairstyle, okay? If you feel like you look better with a tan, you might have to do a sunbed in a cold country once in a while. Now, I don't recommend that because it's bad for your skin, right? I personally had to move to warmer climates. I'm going back to Miami on Monday. I look better with a tan, therefore I like to live in countries that are just warmer. That's me personally. Not everyone has that option. So those are 2 or 3 things. Going to the gym, getting in good shape, making sure your beard is well groomed, making sure your hair looks good. Now, you might have an ugly face, but you can make yourself look good. This is what Looksmaxing is all about. You can improve yourself at least 1 notch, up to 2 notches, I believe. I believe a 5 can look like a 7. I believe a 3 can look like a 5. You can always improve how you look. Now, that's not necessarily saying that if you're a 3 going to a 5, you're going to suddenly start dating a 9. Not really, unless you're super famous or you're a billionaire, right? This is a cruel world. So the judgments will exist. You'll always be judged. So if you can do those 3 things, good clothes, going to the gym. Oh, I didn't mention that actually, sorry. The 3 things were going to the gym, getting in good shape, your beard being groomed, and your hair being in a nice sort of style. Then you've got the 4th thing, which is your personal style. You don't need to buy expensive clothes. You can buy nice fitted clothes that just suit your style. Do you dress interesting? Do you have your own character? I personally like to dress like James Bond. Simple colors, black, gray, just keeping the colors ever so simple and keeping it classy. That's my style. I think it just suits me, okay? You can pick your style. You can be grungy, you can be emo, you can dress however the hell you want to dress, as long as it suits your style and it looks quite cool. And you can also add accessories to that as well. If you add accessories, it just makes you look a little bit more different. Some nice rings perhaps, a nice chain, a nice watch. Again, these things don't have to be expensive. You don't need to buy the Rolex that I've bought. You don't need to buy an expensive gold chain. Some of these things look really tacky. Just buy nice looking items that suit you. If you stack all of those things together, your image will be interesting to people. You will pique people's interest and women will judge you and will be attracted to you, okay? That is the first point of call. People are judgmental because they want to know, are they attracted to you? Attractive people just have an easier life, right? The amount of times I've been laid just because I was tanned, ripped to shreds at a pool party, and girls just took interest and it was just super easy for me. Then there were other times where it was winter, I was looking pale, my hair wasn't done up, I wasn't dressed up so nicely, and I just wasn't getting the same attention. It was much harder to gain a woman's interest, okay? So I've been on both sides of the spectrum, so I know how it feels. So it's imperative that you work on yourself, that you Looksmax, and that you give people the right first impression. Then there's other parts to the story. Of course, there's game, there's confidence, there's money, there's status. I'm not talking about that in this particular video. I'm talking about how judgmental people are and how you need to make the right first impression.